Kentucky Fried Chicken versus Texas Chicken will be presented by Group 2.
Firstly is the KFC company background. So Colin Sender is the founder of KFC and has launched the company in early 1950. The headquarters is based in Louisville, Kentucky, United States. And as of 2022, there are 24,998 KFC restaurants worldwide. While for the Texas Chicken, that is also known as Church Texas Chicken, has been in business since 1952. The founder is George W. Church SR, and the headquarters is located at Atlanta, Georgia, United States. By 2022, Texas Chicken will have over 1,500 outlets globally. Next is the vision and mission of both companies. For KFC, their vision is to serve cuisine in a rapid and pleasant atmosphere that appeals to budget-conscious and health-conscious customers. While for the mission is they wanted to maximize profitability and increase the shareholder value and also generate a long-term growth. On the other hand, Texas Chicken has set their vision in taking care and ensure that all of their meals reach consumers in the best and freshest conditions possible. While for the mission, Texas Chicken wanted to be recognized as a leading distinctive brand. Furthermore, I will proceed on sharing the management team of both companies. In KFC's global company, their management team is currently led by Sabir Sami as the Chief Executive Officer of KFC ever since January 2022, along with any other board members. While in Texas Chicken Global Company has been led by Joseph P. Cristina ever since the end of 2016, along with Dusty Profumo, Brian Gis, Greg Pusher, and Karen Vieira.
For the internationalization process of KFC is by using the joint venture and the franchising method. For example, that countries that has been penetrated by KFC is Hong Kong, Mexico, China, and Australia, and other numerous overseas market that has been penetrated. This is due to the lack of the local markets about the knowledge of franchising and other fast food chain business. Other than that, KFC using this internationalization process is due to the huge competition between their rivals, which is McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and other fast food industries.
Texas Chicken started going international with the opening of the first branch outside the US in Vancouver, Canada. They used franchising as a method of internationalization, which they expanded their business into 25 more countries across the world, which vary from Asia, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Latin America, and Oceania. It uses the brand Church Chicken in America and Canada, while Texas Chicken in countries in Asia Pacific, Europe, and Middle East. Next, we are going to talk about the internationalization motive, which Church Texas Chicken, they use market seeking as their internationalization motive. This could be seen as to how they set up their businesses in other countries. So they use greenfield ventures, which is considered as market seeking. Moreover, Church Texas Chicken, they focus on demand aspect, where if the demand is satisfactory, they will supply more of their products by setting up new businesses in those countries as they realize the importance of having direct presence internationally and also how important it is to access a specific target markets abroad. Church Texas Chicken makes investment in foreign countries to utilize the new market in order to maximize their profit. An example will be seen from the opening of the new restaurant in Qatar, which the sales for that store has exceeded their expectation that is set for the Doha location. Doha is strategically situated, which caught the attention of residents to go buy their freshly cooked chicken. Another reason to this success is how they are willing to change their name, which is different from their American store from Church Chicken to Texas Chicken, as it is closely related with religion and the sensitive issues within the Muslim community. It is very important for the products of the company to be tailored according to the taste, needs, and trends of the market they invest in. These changes help Texas Chicken set a new global record for first month sales for the store in Qatar. Seeing how successful the store is in Qatar, they are now eyeing Egypt as their next location, which they plan to launch the brand in 2023. This shows how a direct presence on a local market may be required, as companies that are not close to markets may struggle to adapt services and goods.
For the internationalization motive of KFC is by market seeking. For example, in China, KFC chose China because China has a huge number of population and the labor costs there were cheap and inexpensive. Other than that, China has a huge market potential for KFC to develop their strategic business there. Other than that, the fast food chain industry in China were less developed, so that KFC planning to set their joint venture there to maximize their profit. Besides that, they also want to beat their competitor, which is McDonald's, from expanding in China.
Next, I will explain what the relevant theories which we chose, Raymond Brennan and product lifecycle theories. It has 4 stages which will be explained one by one. For Texas Chicken, I chose India to explain further what their product lifecycle there. The introduction stage began where the product first entered the market. It takes time for people to acknowledge the product and thus increase the demand for it. The first Texas Chicken Indian TV commercial should attempt to create an emotional connection between the brand and the Indian family. The growth stage is the second stage, and it is where it improved profit margins by increasing sales due to rapid market acceptance of products. So, Church was the first to provide a spicy chicken option, initially via a jalapeno squeeze. However, guests nowadays would also want the bold flavor of the chicken as well. The introduction of Fury Jalapeno Crunch Chicken has made Church build on more than 60 years of spices that span in several international countries. McDonald's and KFC are the Texas Chicken's direct competitors due to their focus on the Indian market. The products reach a maturity phase where the rate of sales growth slows. Market saturation is also defined as all rival companies providing the relatively similar products and flattening out the life cycle curve. To attract children, companies such as McDonald's offer Happy Meals, but KFC burgers outperform McDonald's. KFC offers alternatives to the Happy Meal. Even though Happy Meal is in its mature stage, with a periodic change in the toys, it reinvents itself and thus remains profitable. However, the Crunchy Chicken uses a different strategy in order to attract teenagers. Biscuits and a wide variety of donated gifts for the children. Bites of chicken and biscuit. They also have 3 options for attracting children, such as 1 or 2 pieces of tender meal and junior burger meal. All meals include toys to keep them entertained and interested. Last but not least, the decline stage. The decline stage is where the sales are declining. There are many other reasons for a drop in sales at this stage, including new options from rivals or changes in consumer preferences. Kids are much more interested in smartphones, PSP, Nintendo, and tablets than in toys, which is why tender meal and junior burger meal sales have gone down in the United States. Toys are losing their appeal among children. In India, the tender meal and junior burger meal will remain in the maturation phase for a long time, just as McDonald's Happy Meal continues to dominate the Indian market.
For the rival theories of KFC is product lifecycle theories. For the introduction stage, they have to spend more cost and revenue in order to find new recipe to put in the menu. For the growth stage, they have to optimize and use wisely of the growth during this stage. For example, the French fries has been one of the favorite meal by the customer. For the mature stage, they have to improve the menu and put a variety in the menu. For example, they're improving the French fries to the cheesy loaded bowl, and it was a success because many customers attempt to order that menu. For the decline stage is a stage where their product are starting to decrease. This is because the menu are become less popular due to the competition of other products such as McDonald's and Pizza Hut. That's all from me. Thank you.
There are several international strategies carried out to expand globally. First is corporate strategy. KFC's most common entry mode is franchising. However, to expand in China, KFC decided to do joint venture because of the strict regulations that prevent participation of foreign enterprise in China. Different from KFC, Texas Chicken's projected expansion will be followed by a launch of a flagship in Qatar in late 2021. Texas Chicken was a premium limited group franchise operating in Medina Central. Second is brand signatures and design of products. KFC offers only products that made from special chicken recipe that combines a mix of different spice, while Texas Chicken live on restaurant concepts such as Tex Cafe. KFC present slogan Go Global, Act Local approach. For example, in Malaysia, KFC introduced Muslim halal foods in respect of religions. Contrast to Texas Chicken, they are concentrate on the new slogan, Say Hello to the New Crunch. Third is service and technology advancement. KFC managed to install self-ordering kiosks where customer can order meals, easily switch the menu items, and even pay without interacting with employees. But for Texas Chicken, they are more interested in tracking how many people want to know or search about Texas Chicken by using Gap to handle the digital facts in order to maintain customer loyalty. Last but not least, acquisitions low-cost labor. Operations in the United States are highly expensive. KFC plan to capitalize on cheap and readily accessible semi-skilled labor in China, while Texas Chicken plan to take advantage on low-cost labor in India.
My name is Nurmesra Bintu Maisa. My metric number is 276904. Then for selecting the international strategy. Choosing an international cooperation strategy has a various benefit, including a globally organized and standardized brand, more centralized administration with economy of scale, and more effective processes. Competitive advantage. KFC and Texas Chicken have been major players in the food industry in the United States and across the world for many decades. After controlling the US market, they focused on global growth. KFC and Texas Chicken now have a competitive advantage of focusing on a market segment. KFC dedication to product and service differentiation as well as market acknowledgement of specialized food are the source of its long-term competitive advantage. Texas Chicken focus on their restaurant concept like Tex Cafe and will recognize a large portion of their meal and soft drink refill. World brand recognition. To establish worldwide brand recognition, KFC and Texas Chicken needed to globalize. Marketing and strategic management have been seen differentiation as making the product appear different, such the offering the perceived as unique in some way by the customer. Since it established, KFC have enjoyed widespread popularity among fast food consumers thanks to its unique, dependable chicken recipe. The outstanding quality and flavor of their unique formula set them apart from the competitor. When it's come to franchising Texas Chicken in other nations, the corporation focus on rebranding, not just in terms of brand name, but also in terms of its logo. People will notice whenever they have this trade brand.
International challenges faced is ethical issue. KFC dealt with suppliers that were not only cruel to its employee but also untrained and unskilled. KFC launched its Animal Welfare Advisory Council in 2003 along with United States Animal Program after being accused of being extremely unethical. Next is high raw material cost. Raw material price increasing, but KFC want to keep quality customer want while not raising menu pricing. KFC developed solutions to ensure affordability and value by introducing Jimat Siang campaign, which give discount starting at RM7.99 from Monday to Thursday between noon until 2 p.m.
Language barrier. It is important to consider language spoken in other countries where Texas Chicken want to expand their franchise. This barrier occurs between people who speak in the same tongue but different type of proficiency and knowledge or culture. In terms of culture, some may seem normal that from the same culture side, but may seem weird and strange from different culture. For example, if Texas Chicken did not change their name when they branding the brand in Malaysia, Texas Chicken may not supported by people in Malaysia because of the name. Foreign policy, relation and politics. Law, politics, regulation and international connection all have an impact on business, and those interactions may be complex. Therefore, it is critical for businesses to be aware and follow relevant news about the country in which they wish to conduct business. This is since each action may have an influence on tax, raw material pricing, educational system, labor rules, and transportation infrastructure. Currency action and influence rate. Currency action and influence rate must be closely followed to provide the important information of Texas Chicken's value product in various locations over time. The value of money in every country is not the same. To do your business, the franchisor and franchisee have to familiarize themselves with the action of the currency between two nations' currency.
As conclusion, KFC and Texas Chicken were a good option to demonstrate the contrast and similarity of their whole internalization process, motive, strategy, and also challenges. Raymond Vernon and product life cycle theories have been implemented in these two companies. There is no doubt that multinational corporations confront a number of challenges, that is including ethical issues, high raw material costs, language barriers, foreign policy, relations, and political nuances, and not to forget the currency exchange and inflation rates.